Well, good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining me today at Juanette's Crafting Corner. Before we get started with the video of showing the Italian journal and what I have included with that journal, I want to thank some people who have commented on my last video. Carol, she talked about a new stitch for binding a journal. Well, one that I haven't heard of. Apparently, it's very, very old. I looked it up and it looks like it's a fun one to be able to learn. Coptic, Coptic or Coptic. Anyway, that's going to be fun to learn. Amy Bethencourt told me she's from Wyoming, so that was fun to know. Terry here at Rankin Studios, she gave me a great tip on if your washi tape doesn't come off the roll very good, just put it in the microwave for a few seconds and that will help it. So I appreciate that. Jez, love hearing from Jez. She's from the UK. Christina Creates. Christina and I probably go back the furthest of any other YouTuber for crafts. I met Christina way, way back when I first started. And then, of course, Pam with Pandora's Junk Journals. Thank you so much to everybody that commented. Like always, I really appreciate it. And let's get going with the journal. In today's video, I thought I would do a flip through of my Italian journal. And I'm also adding to that journal quite a few additional things. One is this, it's like an applique. I picked it up in Italy. If your initials are LL, this is perfect for you. And actually, probably, I would say 95 to 99% of the things in this journal are from Italy, and everything from here is from Italy. So this is one thing I'm going to add. I'm also adding this hemp thread, and I'm going to show you the ball it came in. It's fantastic for tying letters and what have you. I will show you a letter that I tied with it. This letter here, it looks very old and vintage. So I'm adding that. Then I'm adding an assortment of laces that I got in Italy. Just little pieces of it. Here's a pretty pink one. And then we have this white one. This is a piece of the antique one. And this was also antique or vintage. And this definitely is. Then I'm adding a piece of hemp, a doily, a piece of the fabric that I put on the front of the cover. And then I'm also adding this little pouch that I made. It's like an envelope, but I stitched it, slow stitched it, and in it is a piece of a tablecloth. I don't believe this piece came from Italy. And I'm trying to think about this. I don't think this did either. So the envelope, I don't believe it did, nor the little piece of that tablecloth there. but this is a document in Italian. And then this is also in Italian, and it's from you can tell it's a quite vintage book. And then I'm adding a full sheet from the Italian ledgers that I got. So that's just little bonus things that I'm going to be adding if you purchase this journal. And now let's start with the journal. So the journal itself, and I may have to back you out a little bit more. Okay, the journal itself is quite large. I think I had said it's, probably about 9 inches in width. It is 11 inches in height and close to, let me come up here so you can actually see, close to like 2.5 inches in width. It has 84 pages in it. And you've seen me make the cover. This is an antique book that I used. Some of the fabric I bought in Italy, some of that lace I was showing you, that's included in the pack. This was also included. And this little charm or medallion, I bought it in an antique shop, and it was in a small little box with a lot of different charms. Let me see. Yeah, I've got it right here. So this little box was laying off to the side, and all these charms were in it. And so I purchased the whole box. There was another charm in there that had, most of these have like the Virgin Mary on them. And I already gave one of the charms to a coworker for her birthday. But this charm here, it doesn't have the Virgin Mary on it. Let me just bring you in so you can see it. And what I've done is I have bulb pinned it to the journal, to the closure, the ribbon, the sari silk ribbon, so you can take it off if you want to. That's the one side, and then here's the other side. It's beautiful. I just think it's gorgeous. And like I said, it's just bulb pinned on there, and then it just hangs from the journal itself. And let me get you back in camera view here, make sure the whole journal is going to be seen. Okay. And then it's got the double sari silk closure there. As you open it up, this is the front cover, a picture that I received from Rachel, and it is a piazza in Venice, and that's the front cover. And then it's got a pocket in the front. This is straw paper with a tag, an old photograph of a couple, and then an authentic original piece of Italian paper. And I think I saw, Let me just look. It was from the 1800s. Okay, 18, I think that is a 4 and a 1, 1841. So that is just slipped in there. Just want to make sure you get a good view. And then as you turn the page, I showed you making these clusters. I added some beautiful paper from a big document that I had got, and this was on the edge of it. This again is a vintage piece, actually antique, because I know it's over 100 years old. And I just put a little side pocket here, and then this journaling card, and everything is written in Italian. I believe I told you the kits I used are from Rachel at Roxy Creations. And on this page, I added some more of that vintage lace. And then as you turn it over, there's an envelope tucked in there that has a nice piece of paper that you're able to journal on. And then this is in my Etsy store. It's a digital kit of the lace that I bought in Italy. Then there's a decorated paper bag here with a journaling card. And then inside the bag, I have this old document here. I don't think it was from, I believe it was from the 1800s, but this is a copy of it, but you can journal on that. And then on this side, there is a pocket with 2 tags in it. This is some Florentine paper here. And like I said, everything is written in Italian. That's from a book page that I made this pocket in from. This is some music paper in Italian. And then I have a little top-loading tuck here with, again, some original document from Italy. This page here has just a little tag on the side, lots of writing space. This is also from that document where I got this paper, and I just use a circle punch and cut it out and put it on there. And then this is the center of the first signature. This is written in Italian. Again, some more paper that I used. Again, places for you to journal on. This is handwritten Italian, and this is the back paper of that music paper. Then this is the other side of the paper bag, and in it I have a postcard that I aged, and I had bought in Italy in the little town we stayed in. This is some Florentine paper here. And so you're able to journal on that. And then there's some beautiful vellum here with some ribbon through it and the initial H. And then this is how I decorated the back with just a little floral image and some cheesecloth. Then this page is the other side of my digital kit with the lace. That is a picture of that lace that I cannot find. I have no idea where it went to. And then this is a little charm with key, and this is a copy from a book that I embossed and then punched a hole in it and then used it as like a little charm on that page. This is the other side of that original 1800s document. And then on this page, I have just added this little tuck spot here. And then this is a book page from a book, and it's the double side. And this is the book that it came from, and it's from 1837. So you will be able to pull a lot of this stuff out and use it if you would like. And then this is the other page of that ledger that I bought. Then the second signature is just a pretty page that I die cut out. This is an authentic book page from Italy, and I've added this journaling card on it, or in it, excuse me. And I thought that looked like a nice little Italian family there. And it just slides in there. And then as you turn it over, this flips out and it reveals the other side of that book page. And then it has a journaling card in there with some, I believe this is from Medieval Mirage. I'm not sure if that's from Rachel's Italian Ladies. It could be from Medieval Mirage, but then I just attached this beautiful hanky onto it, this piece of hanky. You can definitely journal on the back of that tag there. This has a flip out here with some journaling space. And then this butterfly here, it's beautiful. It's like a vellum butterfly, but the wings can stand up. This is another one of those seals from that big document. And I just, again, used a circle punch. I may have even used my brother's Scan and Cut to cut that out. And then there is a coffee dyed doily here with just a little bit of Rachel's digital here. On this page here, it's a book page from quite a large book. I believe I got it from Rachel. And I glued this beautiful lace on it, added a floral piece up at the top. And then as you turn it over, it's got a double pocket in there. And in there is a journaling card. And then this piece of authentic embroidery pattern that when I bought it, it was again in Italy, and there was a lot of embroidery patterns. And I am in the process of scanning those, and they will be in my Etsy store, hopefully fairly soon. And then I added this little charm here. This is not from Italy. I had just bought this from a local store. And then this is a large journaling card from a postcard that I aged up and added a little bit of ribbon there. And then it just tucks into this corner tuck right there. And then this is the middle of the next signature. This is rice paper here with all kinds of decoupaging of Italian papers. and rice paper. And then as you flip it over, this has a flip out pocket from an envelope, and this has a vellum opening, and then you can see the little ladies in there. Again, that may be from Medieval Mirage, and then it's got a nice large tag in there that I sewed all the way around, and then I left the strings on it. I'm just going to set that there for now. And then this is some washi tape there. A little cluster there to help you flip the page. Some old ticking. And then I attached this page here to the other side of that Milano book page. And this is also from the ledger that I bought in Italy. And so it gives you quite a bit of journaling area with a little tab to help you turn it. And then this is some washi tape here. This is a copy of one of those embroidery patterns that I received. And then I've just decorated it. And I've included this little envelope here. This is Florentine paper here. And a little place for you to journal there. Or tuck pictures. This was a lovely journal to make. It was a lot of fun. I hope it goes to a good home. This is an image of an old doily there, and then a beautiful page. And this is the other side of that antique rag paper book page. And it definitely, you can tell it feels like rag paper. And then it has a paper clip attached to the page. And then again, using some of that antique hemp, I've just included this journaling page here. And then it just slips on this rusty paper clip that I rusted up. And then the beginning of the third signature, I have this little butterfly charm here. This is some beautiful echo dyeing paper that a friend gave me. This is very antique from a large Italian book. And again, you can tell it's rag paper. And then there's a couple of things in this little pocket here. This is a picture, I believe it's a picture in Rome with a journaling card, and then just a small journaling card with the map of Italy. And they just fit nicely into that pocket with this pretty dangle that I added onto that one card. This is tracing paper that I aged, and it's got a beautiful cluster on it. And then this is, again, some more antique book page, and you can tell it's embossed. I can feel the embossing there. Again, it was from the 1800s. And then I have two journaling cards in that pocket. And it's just a little side tuck there. And then on this page here, I've got three things in this pocket. that says Florence. There is a journaling card with some of the old lace. An authentic document. And this date is 1941. And then an old letter with the envelope. And the date on this is, it says Italy there. I don't know if that is 4/24/78. Let me look inside. Oh, you know what? This was a plain envelope. This was from another journal that I had purchased in Italy, and I just put a double sheet of the journal itself in this pocket. I'm not sure when the date was on this. I don't really see it. But it's a fun piece of ephemera. And then it's got a large pocket here, and I have added this piece of ephemera, and it's got some tissue paper. I'm not going to take it apart, but there's some handwritten documents in there and some typewritten documents, and they came like this when I purchased them, with this little band around them, and it just slides in there. And then this is the center of that last signature. And then as you open up this pocket, it is a piece of the ledger, and I did some embossing here. So it's got quite a few big pockets that you can put stuff in. Then again, if somebody purchases this ledger with either L, there's also an H there, you're going to be right in the market there. It's got a big journaling card here. This is some Florentine paper here. I stitched around the whole thing. This is a sticker there. I made this bag here with vellum. I think this has some French writing on it, but I just, this bag, it's just beautiful. I love how it turned out. And then it's got this pretty journaling card on it. And then on this page, it's got a document in Italian, and it's 2 pages. And you could journal on the back of that beautiful pink paper. And it just slides underneath this belly band and this tuck here. Then as you turn the page, I've got another pocket here. It's got 3 pieces in it. I bought this in Italy, this picture. It was just kind of in a stack of things, and I've just kind of decorated it with some things. It's a journaling card with some fabric there, and I just kind of aged it. Then this is an old postcard with Venice, some Italian paper there, a little bit of lace, a postcard from Italy, like I said, and I just decorated it up a little bit here. And then there's another piece of authentic ephemera, and there's no date on this. And then this is the other side of that book page from 1845, and you can tell it is well used, lots of foxing on the paper, and quite old. This is the other side of that tracing paper. I added a cluster here, and then I added this pocket here, and then there's just a small journaling card in there that you're able to journal on. And I put this rusty paper clip here so that the pocket, it can flip down. And actually, I'm going to pull that off so you can see how that works. So it just flips down like that. I don't know if you can see it. It just flips up and down. But I didn't want it to flip down as you're turning the page, so that's why I put this the paper clip here to help keep it from flopping around. And then this has a belly band here with a vintage looking identification card with some journaling space on both sides, and then a picture of the map of Italy. I love that. I love, let's see, I can't remember who taught us how to do that. I will try to look for her video and show it in the description box because she did a beautiful job in teaching that. And then on this page, some of the antique book page with a nice big journaling card in there, some fabric tape there. This is very antique lace there. And then it's got a wraparound pocket. And on the other side is another journaling tag with some vellum on the front. The other side of the eco dyed paper with a paper clip attached to it. This is a paper clip, a decorated paper clip, and in that is the letter that I write to everybody that I sell a journal to, explaining how to use a journal, how to write in a journal. And it just opens up by undoing the, let's see, I got to figure this out for whoever buys this. Should go like this. Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna have to finagle with that and figure out. I can see it's there. Oh yeah, it just got caught. I want to show you how this beautiful parchment paper, I'm going to do a little video on how I did this because maybe I don't need to wrap it around so many times. Yeah. But it's, the letter itself is in this parchment paper. And then I sign it and it tells the recipient, oh, I need to sign that. Tells the recipient what, you know, how to use a journal and what have you, but I love this. And then on this page is this book belongs to, and then a copy of an Italian vocabulary page. And so that is the journal. I will be putting it in my Etsy store, and if you would like to purchase it, I would love to be able to send that to you, and I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.